I began my journey into the practice of 90 days of semen retention with a mix of curiosity and determination. The concept, rooted in ancient wisdom and modern self-improvement, promised a new way of managing energy and focus. I had always been intrigued by the idea that conserving vital energy could lead to enhanced mental clarity and physical strength. Seeking a path to unlock this hidden potential, I decided to embrace this challenge wholeheartedly. My interest was fueled by historical traditions and modern stories of transformation, which reassured me that the experiment might yield unexpected benefits. Before starting, I spent a considerable amount of time reflecting on my motivations. I recalled past experiences where I felt drained and wondered if a different approach might rejuvenate my spirit. I researched various texts and accounts that detailed the benefits of semen conservation, learning how descriptions in ancient philosophies aligned with contemporary ideas of self-discipline and focus. My mind echoed with enthusiasm as I set out to test whether observed benefits would include sharper concentration, increased energy, and a more balanced emotional life. I meticulously planned every detail of the challenge. I created a daily schedule that integrated meditation, exercise, and reflective journaling, intending to build a comprehensive routine that would nurture both body and mind. I recognized that this journey was not merely about physical abstinence, but also about understanding deeper personal habits and transforming my inner narrative. With careful preparation, I committed to a practice that was as much mental as it was physical. Throughout these early days, I felt a mixture of excitement and apprehension, knowing that the coming months would test my resolve and push me out of my comfort zone. Each morning, as I reviewed my plan, I felt renewed determination and an eagerness to see the results unfold. This narrative documents my personal experience, offering a clear and relatable account for anyone curious about the benefits and challenges of semen retention. It is an honest chronicle of the steps I took to explore new dimensions of self-awareness and energy management. I embraced the challenge with pure conviction. I delved into the rich tapestry of historical records to understand the roots of semen retention, discovering that ancient scholars and sages held similar practices in high regard. I learned that cultures from East Asia to the Mediterranean regarded the conservation of vital bodily fluids as a means to harness inner energy and elevate spiritual awareness. Ancient texts detailed practices of meditation and physical discipline that often accompanied the retention of semen, linking them to both physical vigor and mental fortitude. Historical manuscripts from India and China described the practice as a pathway to achieving higher states of consciousness and refined personal energy. I found that many traditional cultures believed that the retention of semen was intertwined with the balance of life forces. Modern interpretations, however, have merged these ancient insights with contemporary psychological theories to explain improvements in focus and mood. I examined scientific studies that investigated hormonal changes, neural activity, and overall well-being during periods of abstinence. Experts in neurology and endocrinology provided mixed opinions, yet many acknowledged that controlled abstinence could lead to a more harmonious internal balance. I also noted that contemporary studies were beginning to explore connections between semen retention and improvements in mental health and concentration. This blend of historical reverence and modern investigation offered me a multifaceted view of the practice. I immersed myself in literature that spanned centuries, finding common themes of renewal, strength, and clarity repeatedly emphasized across cultures. These varied sources, ranging from scholarly articles to traditional scrolls, painted a coherent picture of an age-old practice that transcended time. I found inspiration in these historical insights, which illuminated the practice as a bridge between ancient wisdom and modern self-care. Every detail I uncovered deepened my understanding, encouraging me to approach the practice with both respect and a healthy dose of skepticism. I embraced this nuanced view, recognizing that historical reverence and scientific inquiry together created a balanced framework for this ancient practice. I concluded that both tradition and modern research have valuable lessons to offer anyone willing to explore the depths of self-improvement and energy mastery. By embracing this historical, cultural, and scientific perspective, I felt prepared to embark on my personal 90-day challenge with a deeper sense of purpose. Every piece of research and every ancient anecdote added a layer of depth to my evolving understanding of the practice. I integrated all that I had learned, and with an open mind, I stepped forward into the realm of experimentation with genuine enthusiasm. This solid historical foundation inspired a respectful yet progressive attitude towards understanding the power of self-restraint. With a clear understanding of the historical and cultural context, I began outlining my plan for the 90-day challenge. I dedicated ample time to detail every aspect of my preparation, ensuring that each day was mapped out with purpose and precision. I established a routine that incorporated meditation, structured exercise, and dedicated periods for journaling. Every component of my plan was designed to support my commitment to self-improvement on both body and mind. I carefully scheduled periods for physical activity, mindful meditation, and comprehensive reflection, believing that structured intervals would help me maintain discipline. I allocated time each morning to set intentions and every evening to review the day's progress. I also prepared a detailed journal where I recorded my thoughts, challenges, and the subtle changes I noticed in my energy levels. A well-defined timeline was essential, so I broke the 90 days into smaller segments to create short-term goals. I integrated regular check-ins with myself, using a simple chart to track mood, energy, and focus. My plan also accounted for potential temptations, and I devised strategies such as brief walks, deep breathing exercises, and distraction techniques to manage urges. I set personal milestones for every 2 weeks, planning rewards that would motivate me whenever I met my targets. A critical element of my preparation was creating an environment free from distractions, where I could fully commit to the process. I arranged my living space to be calm and inviting, incorporating elements that reminded me of my commitment and goals. I invested time in gathering supportive resources, from literature to online communities, to help maintain motivation during challenging moments. Each element of my plan was consciously chosen to build resilience and ensure that my journey was both structured and flexible. I prepared a digital log to record daily reflections and used it as a tool to track gradual progress. I knew that discipline, honesty, and consistency were crucial to successfully completing the 90-day commitment. Every step, from careful scheduling to setting measurable goals, was meticulously planned to fortify my resolve. I maintained a mindset focused on growth and learning, understanding that setbacks were opportunities to improve. In summary, my preparations combined careful planning, resource gathering, and psychological readiness to create a robust framework for the upcoming challenge. I looked at the plan as a living document, one that would evolve with my experiences and insights during the journey. This comprehensive preparation, totaling every detail of daily routines and personal targets, provided me with confidence to start the experiment. By carefully organizing my schedule, mindset, and environment, I built a plan that was both rigorous and adaptable, ensuring every variable was considered. I finalized my preparations with the belief that a well-structured plan would serve as the backbone of a successful 90-day journey. Every detail and adjustment in my plan was made with intentional care, each decision reinforcing my determination to overcome obstacles and emerge stronger. This structured approach, rooted in research and practical wisdom, prepared me for the challenges ahead. Each day of the 90-day challenge unfolded as a unique chapter in my personal journey, full of small victories and unexpected hurdles. In the quiet moments of early morning meditation, I observed subtle shifts in my focus and energy that hinted at deeper changes within. Some days, I felt an invigorating surge of vitality that made every effort worthwhile. Other days brought intense challenges as cravings emerged unexpectedly and tested my resolve. I often logged these moments in my journal, describing the fluctuating emotions and physical sensations with precise detail. During bouts of internal struggle, I found solace in the rhythmic practice of deep breathing and focused exercise routines. Sometimes I felt moments of doubt when progress seemed invisible and each temptation loomed large. Yet amidst these challenges, I also discovered a growing sense of inner calm and resilience that motivated me to persevere. I vividly recall a day when a sudden wave of energy swept over me during meditation, leaving me both startled and inspired. In contrast, I described other occasions where sleep eluded me, and each night became a test of emotional endurance. Through it all, my daily reflections became a tapestry of triumphs and setbacks that documented my evolving experience. I noticed that the physical discipline reinforced a mental strength that gradually grew over time. Moments of clarity often followed challenging days, and I recorded detailed insights about the mind-body connection. I reflected on how each struggle contributed to personal growth, seeing setbacks as lessons rather than failures. At times, the journey felt solitary, yet my reflections affirmed that the experience was unveiling hidden layers of strength. I confronted moments of intense introspection, writing about both the calming routines and the battles against inner urges. Even when progress was slow, every entry in my journal recorded a step forward in my personal evolution. The physical sensations, moments of restlessness, and flashes of renewed energy created a rich mosaic of daily experience. I documented days when fatigue gave way to bursts of creativity and clear focus, analyzing the factors that contributed to these turning points. Close observation of my physical and mental states taught me that every challenge brought with it an opportunity for self-improvement. My reflections captured the interplay of struggle and progress, painting an honest picture of transformation through perseverance. Each written entry reminded me that the journey was as significant as the destination. Day by day, I embraced both the hardships and breakthroughs, knowing that each experience enriched my understanding. Through the blend of struggle and consolation, my daily experiences unfolded into a narrative of genuine self-discovery. This immersive record of emotions and insights lent me the clarity to understand that every encounter, whether triumphant or testing, was an essential part of my evolution. Every challenge recorded in my journal became a treasured lesson, adding to the rich mosaic of learning that defined these 90 days. By the end of this period, I could see that despite the hardships, the experiences had cultivated a deeper self-awareness and a renewed appreciation for life. I compiled my daily notes and reflections into a cohesive narrative each week, reviewing patterns and trends that emerged over time. These weekly summaries provided me with a broader perspective, revealing how even the most troubling days contributed to my overall progress. Looking back, I realized that the mixture of triumphs and trials had not only refined my discipline, but also enriched my spirit. Every day, from moments of intense struggle to bursts of unexpected joy, taught me lessons that extended far beyond the physical realm. I emerged each day a little wiser, more resilient, and better prepared for the challenges that lay ahead. My journey is an ongoing story of hope, resilience, and unwavering dedication to becoming better each day. I embrace the future with hope. After completing the 90-day challenge, I reflected deeply on the transformation that had taken place within me. The journey had reshaped my understanding of self-discipline, energy management, and personal growth. I discovered that the practice not only influenced my physical state, but also nurtured my mental clarity and emotional balance. This self-imposed discipline opened doors to introspection and self-awareness that I had never known before. My energy levels steadily improved, and I experienced a profound sense of calm that permeated every aspect of my life. I began to view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to overcome. Through this process, I learned the importance of patience and self-compassion. I now understand that energy, when managed wisely, can fuel creativity, motivation, and improved well-being. Looking forward, I plan to integrate the lessons learned from this journey into my everyday practices. I intend to explore other mindful practices that can complement and enhance my well-being. My experience taught me that true growth is a gradual process, built on consistency and reflection. I now feel more connected to my inner self and more aware of the subtle shifts in my energy. It became clear that discipline is not about restriction, but about cultivating a space for personal evolution. I embraced both the victories and setbacks with gratitude, knowing that each moment contributed to my growth. Moving forward, I aim to adopt an even more holistic approach to personal development. I will continue to document my progress, sharing insights with others who are on similar paths. The experience has instilled in me a belief that self-improvement is an ongoing journey. Each lesson I learned during these 90 days will remain a cornerstone of my future endeavors. I view this period as a pivotal chapter in my life, one that has reshaped my priorities. As I look to the future, I am filled with optimism, excitement, and a renewed commitment to personal excellence. This journey demonstrated that disciplined practices can unlock latent potential and inspire transformative changes. I remain committed to exploring wholesome habits and to integrating the wisdom I have gained into every facet of my daily life. I look ahead with gratitude for the transformative experiences and the promise of continual self-discovery. The 90-day journey has ended, but its lessons will echo in my future choices. I am ready to face what comes next, armed with newfound strength and clarity. Every challenge, every moment of introspection has prepared me for the adventures ahead. This chapter of my life is complete, yet it marks the beginning of a vibrant new era. I move forward inspired, knowing that each step brings me closer to becoming the best version of myself. My future is bright, and I welcome it with an open heart. Looking back, I recognize that the 90-day challenge was not just an experiment, but a profound journey towards self-realization and empowerment. Every lesson, every moment of struggle, and every instance of clarity has sculpted a stronger, more resilient self. I feel profound gratitude for the insights gained and for the courage to embrace both light and shadow along this journey. As I step into this new era, I am determined to honor the lessons of the past while fearlessly pursuing my dreams. I commit to daily mindfulness, regular reflection, and ongoing adjustments that ensure my continued growth and self-discovery. With every sunrise, I set new intentions and remind myself that the work of self-improvement is an enduring endeavor. My journey is an ongoing story of hope, resilience, and unwavering dedication to becoming better each day. I embrace the future with hope.